Hello, everybody. My name is Scatter. We need a place for just doing stuff, right? Like, we can't live in this hole forever. I really want, like, to lay out. I would love to have power generation in a separate place and then bring that over to, like, a factory. Then I can have different areas of the factory for different things, and I can have storage separately, and then I can have things running across and in a way that makes sense rather than just having everything be, spaghetti. So, yeah, I decided to do this. I dug out a huge area here, and it's really just a blank canvas for building whatever I want to build. Now, you'll see it's not fully done here, and the reason for that is I was, of course, going to do it. I was going to finish it and then say, here this is, and it's all done. But then I remembered a tip that it was taking a long time, first of all, because this mountain, I mean, you can see the cross-section of it there. The mountain I had to dig out was pretty huge. And I remembered pretty late into the process a tip that somebody gave about using sulfur to, mine with explosives. So I decided to look at the crafting uses for sulfur, and sure enough, sulfur and flint, both very cheap, both very abundant, just give EFLN from Tinkers. Now, I've never used this. I've never even seen it, but I did test out one, and I think this is just going to be too fun not to put in a video. So here's this kind of floating mountain. Well, I guess it's not technically floating, but here's how we're going to get rid of this. Oh, yeah, this is very good. Wow, this is going to take like 2 seconds. Okay. Okay, maybe slow down because I think they... Oh, no, I threw that one too far. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, this is so good. Wow. Yeah, so the after I get the mountain taken care of, all I need to do is fill in the rest of the floor with dirt. And I may need to go actually get some dirt from somewhere else. The upgraded dank null has helped a lot. But it only holds 2,000, and by the time I realized that I would probably want to replace everything with dirt down there, I was already like, well, I don't have enough dirt for this, and I've already mined up most of the dirt here, so, yeah, whoops. Whoops. I guess I must have overshot one before and took out the shoreline there, but that's alright. Very fun way to mine. Couldn't recommend this enough. Did one just go through the entire mountain and to the other side? Okay. Well, we're gonna have to clean a lot of this up anyway. But for now, I need to stop missing because then they're just landing over there and doing God knows what. But this is very good. I think I'm about to run out. Yeah, I can just make some more though. Easy. Yeah, very good tip. Very good tip. I forget who it was that pointed that out. Quite a while ago now when I was talking about what to do with the sulfur, but yeah, extremely good tip. Thank you so much to whoever did that. So I'm just going to finish up, I guess, this destruction here, and then fill in the rest with dirt. I mean, I'm almost done now. Kinda. Well, am I? Oh, no, 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 no. Where's that one gonna go? Oh, there. I mean, I think my base is safe, right? I don't think I'm gonna end up exploding anything that I really care too much about by accident here, but this is just so insanely fun. Wow. I can't believe I didn't know about these. Gotta get rid of that water. I think that was a creeper. It's really funny to imagine a creeper exploding to be, like, destructive in this situation. Okay, well, that's the main bit of it. Wow, I think that would have taken, like, hours if I didn't remember the thing about the explosives. But yeah, I'll clean this whole thing up, and let me get to a vantage point so I can do a nice before and after here. I'll go right now. Oh, the other thing I have to do is take out the slime island, but I can do that in between. Okay. So I'll clean this up a bit and be right back. Whew. And there we go. Now, obviously, this isn't like totally leveled, but you know, at a certain point, it's like, where do you stop, right? And I actually took out a lot more of the mountain than I was planning to, because the whole mountain that was up here, I had made the decision to stop. If you take a look here, it was actually like this chunk or something, or maybe it was even the next one back. Yeah, I think it was here. I had only dug out to here, and I was like, that's good enough. But then I was like, no, it seems like I might need some more room. So I dug out the entire rest of this. And then just because it honestly just looked bad to have a big mountain cliff face just sticking up. I mean, it was kind of cool, but it also looked kind of ugly. I didn't really like it, so I got rid of it. And of course, I have all these blocks, and I can fly around and get rid of these. But I mean, there's something about it that does look kind of cool. But mostly, I just don't want to do it. I will do it very soon. Probably between episodes, between this and the next one. But yeah, it's just extremely annoying to do that when I spent the last like 6 hours collectively playing this game, mining out, just, you know, terraforming. Interestingly, though, this was left behind, this coquina from Bewitchment, and it's completely blast resistant. So it was just left behind here, and it's like a little kind of ball shape. So I'm going to break it and see what happens. Absolutely nothing. It just is a blast resistant stone, which is cool. Can't really fault it for that. But yeah, I have to clean up this area too. Just build a beach or something along here. But this used to be a mountainside, so you'll forgive me. But yeah, so this is our whole like play area, right? I have it all lit up with torches. You know, they're placed optimally, right? You have this nice little diamond pattern to it. At night, it looks insane. I can't wait for you to see it. But yeah, just so much place to play. So I think I don't want to put excavators down here. Maybe I can have like a section where I'll put excavators, but I think for excavators I can just put them down like somewhere else. But so my thinking is like, you can kind of section this off in a way, right? So I can have a big building. I don't even need to put it inside of a building, really, right? I guess I probably should. Although I don't, is there much of a reason to? I don't know. I'm like going back and forth a bit. But you can have like a factory thing, and then you can have like a power plant. You can have the farm, you know, down by the water here. It's very exciting stuff. Very big time for the scatter playthrough. And then you have like a mob farm set up somewhere around, and you're obviously not confined to this space here, but you know, it's like if you want to be, then you can be. You know, I put it all at sea level, so it would just kind of smoothly go into the water here. And because of the way that I did it, you get some like underwater caves here. That actually is quite ugly, but it's not like I'm gonna ever be down there. But yeah, this is our new setup. So I'm not sure at this point exactly what I want everything to look like. I know I want, okay, I'll tell you what I know I want. I know I want a power plant, right? And so the power plant, I think it's not going to be too bad now that we have the vacuum hopper to set up a diesel generator to, in theory, be running all the time, right? Of course, it's not going to be, because they generate a lot of power and we're not using comparatively a lot. But in theory, I want it to be able to. So we can set up a farm to feed that, and I can have it like, what I want, I think, is to just surround it with like steel fences, like a real power plant, right? I don't think there's like chain link fences in the game, right? But, you know, if you look at the different types of fences, though, there is iron fence glass. That actually might be it. That looks pretty cool. We can just chisel some glass into that. Yeah, this is actually exactly what I want, the chain link fence. Okay. Maybe modern fence is going to look better. We can see. But I'm excited about what's coming. So let me just prepare a little bit for that and see if I can section off these areas a little bit. Let me have a think, and I will be back with my thoughts. All right, so what do you think about this? I say, knowing that nobody is going to answer me. At least not in a way that's going to benefit me, because by the time you see this, this will definitely all be finished, and your input will mean nothing. Well, I guess I could always change it later. But yeah, so I'm thinking about, so if I section off this as a little power plant area, right? I think that's good. And then that can go. So do these? Oh, wow. They actually make corners really nicely. I didn't expect them to for some reason. But they definitely do. Building wand coming in super handy here. So that's level there. Good. And now I may need to make some more. These are actually iron bars, not the glass panes, which may have been obvious to you. But I didn't realize that that's what was going on at first. Right, hopefully we can avoid that. And now it's just getting dark and you can already kind of see the pattern forming here. But when it gets a little bit darker, and then especially on the mini map, look at that. It's so cool, isn't it? Like, maybe that's just the kind of thing that somebody like me is going to find cool, but I find it so cool. And I'm running a little bit low on those, but I mean, you get the point. I'll need to make some more to extend it all the way back here, but I may not even do that. Well, I guess having like a back door like that to the power plant is probably not the best thing, but anyway, so let's just carve out a little door here. So that can be our door for now. And then I'll put up like a hazard sign or something. But yeah, so in here, and I guess I really should put the cage on this side too, because otherwise you could just walk around. You know, there's actually no barrier, even though this is kind of the barrier I set for myself. So we'll have, so I looked it up. So for a refinery, a fermenter, a squeezer, you can run those the same, and then each one of the like, not each one, but like that, those two together can power two diesel generators. Look at that. So very cool. Yeah, so that's going to be the power plant right there. That can be running power up to wherever it's needed. I'm thinking by the water should probably all be some kind of like farming setup, or like some kind of like, maybe the magic setup can go down there too. But I know we're not doing too much magic right now. But then up towards this end, I'm probably going to embed a lot of my storage into this back wall here. I'm thinking that's good. And then I can have like a factory building that can run to and from. And then I can have the power go on power poles with HV along there. And if I need more than HV, then I can just rip it up and replace it later, right? That makes sense to me. I hope that it makes sense to you. Okay. So I'll probably need a couple more stacks of this stuff. Definitely don't want to make all of that. But in the meantime, I'm going to rip up the diesel generator. I'll actually, you know what, no, I'll rip up all the power. The water wheels, I might as well bring these over, even if I'm not using them that much. They produce a comparatively low amount of power. I'll rip them up. I'll put them all in the power plant, because why not? And then I can make, I can move all the thermo power there as well. And I think that'll be good. And another thing, I can put the GP power generation there, because it doesn't really matter where that is. So even though it doesn't really need to be nearby, it might as well be just for thematics. Okay, let me do that and see you then. All right, I'm back at the plant with all the parts for all the stuff that I want to build right now, except for the water wheel and the windmill. Let's talk design. So I need to... There's a few things, right? So there's the thermo generators, there's the diesel generators, there's the water wheels, there's the windmills, and almost most importantly, there's the power storage. So the power storage, because that's how... That's the output, right? That's how we're going to interface with the rest of my, call it a factory, call it a base, whatever you want to call it. But we'll put that in this corner, and then you can run the power like up alongside here. So I don't know how many, how many, you know, right now we have one block that's storing power, but we can always make more of these. And the more we make, the more of a buffer we have, and that's fine. But we can just put them approximately in this area, right? And then the water wheels, they don't have to, of course, but I mean, thematically, it would be best if they went down by the water, I think, so they can go like here-ish, right? And then the windmills can really go anywhere, but I'll put them probably right above the water wheels just for aesthetics. Now, the diesel generators, I think if the water wheels are going to go there, and I'm not going to build any more water wheels, of course, right? So they can go there. The diesel generators then can go down here. And then if my farm is going to be somewhere in this area, then that works out really well, because the farm is going to be feeding the things that feed the diesel generator, right? So they can go here. So if you want to say your industrial squeezer is going to go here, and your the other thing, the fermenter, is going to go here approximately. That's going to feed one refinery. And I can actually just set that up in the same way that I had it in the base, where it's kind of in between. I think that makes a lot of sense. So that'll be a little bit bigger because that'll be the refinery. So like say that's going to be just a little bit bigger. And then your other machine is going to go approximately there. And now I need 2 diesel generators. And the diesel generators are quite big, but I think they can go like here and here. I'm going to have to fill in the water a little bit, which is totally fine. Call it there and there, and we know that sticks out over the water a bit, and that's fine. I guess you can't draw that many squares at a time, but that's okay. I can keep it in my head. So yeah, so if this is the stuff that's feeding into the diesel, this is going to be the diesel, right? And that's going to output power. The power has to go all the way up to this corner, and then we can put the thermogenerators. The thing I'm thinking with the thermogenerators is you can kind of build them in a tower. Right? So the way that I had them was a 4x4. And I think I'll keep the 4x4, but I'll leave my options open. So if I wanted to, I could just basically make another 8 of these, stack another layer on top, and then I can kind of stagger it, and then I can get even more use out of the Elorium and the packed ice that I currently have, right? Even though it's not that hard to get, might as well just make it max efficiency, right? And so I guess that kind of tower can go maybe here next to these things. Like I don't plan on building more generators, so I don't see why that can't just go there. And that's actually, it's going to be like a 4x4. So sure, whatever. It's approximate, right? And my main goal for this design is, I want everything to be relatively separate. Like diesel generators, I don't think I'm going to build more than 2. Water wheels, I know I'm not going to need any more of. But for things like the thermoelectric, which are the things that I'm probably going to build more of in the future when I do need more power, I want to keep them relatively separate. And actually, as far as that goes, I'm not going to build them there. I'm going to build them close to here. And the reason that I'm doing that is for something called horizontal scalability. Now, I think this is a really important concept in something like this, and I want to talk about it for a bit. So it's a term from software design, which is my background, but I think it applies really well to things like this mod pack. So when you talk about scalability, right, there's kind of 2 things you can do. If you want to produce products faster, you can either take the machines that you have and make them work faster, which is usually possible, right? But sometimes it's more expensive and there's like trade-offs, right? Or you can just build more machines. Now, that's usually easier. I mean, kind of objectively, if you built a machine once, you can probably do it again. And, building one machine when you already have one is going to double your output. That's pretty huge, right? Like I saw somebody in the Divine Journey 2 Discord ask, like, how do I get my crops to grow faster? And, people were saying like, use Calyx soil, use this item, use that item. But the real answer is build a bigger farm. Like in this game, space is free, basically. And if you don't use it, then it's a complete waste. So, if your farm isn't producing crops fast enough, just build it out bigger. Like you're not going to get like the speed of the individual crops, like start to finish, is not going to be faster, but your rate of like crops per unit time is going to be a lot higher. And when we're talking about things like, feeding a factory, feeding a generator, like that's what matters. So, really, really keep that in mind. Horizontal scalability. And it applies to everything. It applies to everything in the logistics side, right? So if you want to talk about processing ores, how do I make the smelter faster? How do I make the enrichment chamber faster? You can put as many speed upgrades in as you want, but ultimately the easiest solution is just going to be to build more of them. And it's a really important concept to get down, I think, if you want to, play however you want, obviously, but in my opinion, it's a lot easier to do that kind of thing. So, anyway, because the next step here is going to involve a lot of looking at the immersive book to remember how to build these things, I will do a cut, and I'll be right back with, hopefully, all this stuff built. Right, so learn from my mistakes. Ripped up all my power generation infrastructure, and then realized that almost all my items are in virtual storage in the ME system. So now I'm having to just charge this up a little bit. just so I can access my items to finish this job. Don't be like me. Okay, well, I guess this is what we got here. So I left a little scaffolding here. So this is the power plant for now. We got the diesel. I need a farm to run that. Of course, right now it doesn't, it's not getting any inputs, but that's fine. Water wheel windmill, and those are all connected up on the back there. Nice. And then of course the thermoelectric, you saw that earlier a little bit. And yeah, I think this is good. So you can build this up in a tower. Like the thing that you can't do, like you need faces exposed for the wires, right? So you can't really stack them super like compactly, but like you can stack them like this, and I mean that's not a huge footprint, and you can kind of just stack that as high as you want, I think. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. And then as long as you just use enough wire to because say these are like 100 each, right? Then that's 800. 2 layers would be 1600. You might need to go up to the next level of cable in order to get that working. But if you put another, because really it would be 1 layer of cable for each layer of generators, right? So that'd be fine as long as it's kind of smart about how it distributes it, right? So if I put another layer on top of this and then another layer of cable, then it would be fine as long as there's enough cable for it. But because some of the cable is connected to too many generators, I don't know how smart it would be about, saying like, oh, I'm a generator, I can't put any more power out on the cable below me, so I'm going to put it out on the cable above me. Don't have any idea how that works. But yeah, so basically this is just connected up. I have these relays running around the perimeter of the thing, right? And they're also what's powering the diesel generator. Not sure if that's a great idea yet. If I change my mind, which I may, then I can, I can just change it. So yeah, but like right now, like the alternative, of course, would be just to run the output back around to these things, but I don't really see the purpose of that. I think this is going to be fine just the way it is. And there's the diesel generator. The only thing I have to do that I haven't done is run a redstone signal all the way across to the diesel generators and make sure they don't run when the power is full. But that's not super important right now. And you know what? I might not even bother, because if it's all automated, I'm not, wasting resources really, right? Like, I think it'll be fine. But yeah, I got the water wheel all set up. Looks a little bit nicer than it did before. The windmill as well. So it's hard to say how much power I'm generating exactly, but I mean, I am generating power. And yeah, check this out. So this is how we're going to move power around the base here. Well, some more step ladder dirt. Get rid of that. But yeah, I got these wooden posts from Immersive, and they look really nice, and they just kind of work. You can put stuff on them. The rendering is a little glitchy. That's okay. Hopefully a relog will fix it. And then, yeah, if all my storage is going to be at the back here, then I can just move the AE2 stuff back here, and there's my power, and all of this just works. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about all the possibilities here. I'm not excited about moving all my drawers, but if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. So yeah, if all my storage is going to be back here, I guess somewhere around like the middle here, I can build a factory. And like, you could even say like, if you want to run this path, like all the way down here, and you can make like a network of roads. And then this is like, we'll have our own little city running here. I don't know what I'm going to put in all the space, but, I'm excited to find out. And so, yeah, so this is all MV power right now. It's going to be very easy to switch it out, I think, if and when I want to upgrade to HV. And then you can put transformers on these posts as well. And you can even like kind of segregate power in that way. So like if you have a total of like 10K RF per tick, and then you know that you only want this section to be using, 1K, then you can, transform that down, step that down to LV power, something like that. Not sure if it's going to be necessary just yet, but it's at least a possibility for the future, right? But I think for the rest of this episode, I'll focus on, you can call it really finishing the power plant and getting an automated farm set up for the diesel generator. Okay, so for this farm, I initially thought that wheat was going to be the best. Not the best, but I at least thought it was going to be good, because the wheat itself, you process into ethanol, and the seeds you squeeze into oil. I've since learned that aubergine makes actually a little bit more ethanol per item, I guess. And I need to make some room here. The canola gets you a lot of items per harvest. So a combination of those two is what a lot of people use to power their diesel generator setup. So I'm going to go with that. And so it's true, we do have a vacuum hopper now, but what I've also learned, and this is a really good tip, and I so wish I knew it sooner, if you have something like this where you have a drawer and then... Wait, this isn't a drawer, it's just trim. Okay, but pretend it's a drawer. I need to go get some drawers, but pretend this is a drawer. If you have any inventory, it doesn't have to be a drawer, on top of the aqueous soil, and then you plant something, when this auto harvests from the aqueous soil, it just goes directly into the inventory. You don't need to mess with hoppers or mine carts or what. It just goes directly in, which is really, really amazing. And I wish I knew it sooner, but it's... I won't say it's too late to take advantage of it now, but we do have the vacuum hopper, which I do prefer as a solution. But yeah, really good to know if you're earlier in. I mean, maybe that knowledge is just going to come in handy a little bit later. Who knows? But it's good to know regardless. I did move just my AE2 setup over here. I'm going to move the drawers another time, but yeah, for now. So yeah, I don't actually have any drawers in here. I think I have some drawers in the drawers themselves. I think they're towards this end. Somewhere. Yep. Well, there's those. I don't want those, though. I want regular drawers. And I think I do have them somewhere. See, I got rid of the search item. There they are. The search nearby inventories hotkey, because I was like, well, now that I have A2 set up, I won't need to use that hotkey anymore. But I guess I didn't know. But the reason I'm getting drawers, when I just said I didn't want to use drawers, is, well, I still do want to use them, basically, just not for exactly the same purpose. So I'm going to have the farm, right? And then I'll have a vacuum hopper. And then the vacuum hopper will pull everything from the farm and put it into a set of drawers. So basically, it'll back up really easily, and then the things will be pulled from the drawers into either the squeezer or the fermenter, depending on what they are. So I think that makes sense, right? So if I have two drawers here, and let's say, well, where are these going in? These are iron bars, right? So I can just line them up. Just for the moment, I'll put them back. So these want to be going in here, which is a little bit unfortunate placement there, but I guess they're symmetrical, so kind of had to be this way. And these want to go in here. Right, so these can just go in here, and I guess I'll use transfer pipes from Extra Utilities for this because they seem better and cheaper and all that good stuff. So, right, and then so they'll go in there. You'll have that running down here. I want to put the drawers somewhere where I can easily look and see how backed up my situation is. So I think there and there, and I think there and there is going to be good. And then the vacuum hopper can go here, right? And then the back is going to be an output. What is the back here? Let's see. What did I just did the front. So I want to do the back. There we go. And then I can put the transfer pipes up and it should go in there. And yes, that'll work. That just needs to go on to there, right? So that'll work fine. And then, oh, I didn't put the GP generators here. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that a little later. Okay, so they can go there, and I want the vacuum hopper. Actually, it should be more central than this, shouldn't it? I'm not sure what the range of the vacuum hopper is. The absorption hopper, I know, is a direct upgrade. And I can make that pretty easily. Because I believe the range, and you can specify an offset too, 7 by 7 by 7, which actually, I guess for the size of farm I'm doing, it isn't quite enough, but I think that is what I'm going to do. But regardless, first I want to make the actual farm. And I want to get it farming as well, just to, because I only have a few aubergines. So that'll be there, there, and there. And that'll be there, 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 there. And I believe that's an 8x8. So there's that many. That's 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows. There we go. 8 columns, I guess that would be. Okay. So that's that sorted out. So yeah, this vacuum hopper can't access most of this, but with the absorption hopper, I think it should be able to. I'm fairly certain that'll work. But let's go ahead and get some stuff planted here for now. Aubergines are fine. And then, so I want the I should have turned those all into seeds, because I want the seeds to go over here. So canola can go there, and the canola itself can go there. And then I need to lock these, and I want the quantifier on them. Okay. And then quantity. There we go. So now if I come over here, I'll be able to tell. Okay, so I'll grab some more transfer pipes, and I will also, I need to upgrade this. So yeah, let me just do that, because I'm just going to be going over here. Right? Should be pretty quick. So the transfer pipes, I have plenty. And so I need a few ender pearls. The ender pearls are in my drawers. Mob grindium. Okay. I probably am going to make those like wires that go all around my base insulated. I'm not sure why I didn't. Definitely seems like a good plan. Just 4 ender pearls, please. And I can take those back, sure. And there is the absorption hopper. Okay. So with this, I should be able to set this up. I didn't realize there was a quest for that. Suck them all up, but better. So let's see what we are dealing with here. So absorption hopper, right. So what area, so north we want to be item, fluid, item, right? So there we go, yep. And then offset north, south. I don't know, oh, show area, there we go. And then offset west, east. Okay, so that's covering most of the farm, which is fine, because, yeah, it's a shame that you can't make it any bigger here, but, I mean, if that's the case, I mean, I guess there's no reason to, no, because, I mean, like, when this auto-harvest, some of them will fall in, some of them will fall out, it'll be fine. I would rather that it just get grown, you know. So hide area, so that this should work. This should work just fine. So that can go in there. These are going to need their own transfer nodes as well. But the seeds are going to want to go in there, right? And then the other products are going to go in here, and you're just gonna have to, well, actually no, I don't want you snaking around like that. I will put you through there. Right. So that should work. All that needs is a couple more transfer nodes, which I think I have. If not, I'm gonna cry or something. Transfer nodes. Do I really not? Have I used them? I know you can craft these like into each other. I guess I could just use a retrieval node. No, I'd rather use the other thing. Takes an Osgil lapis. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'll just make the damn thing. So I'll need 4. So stone burnt must be in my backpack. No, it's not. There's no way I used all of it. I don't think I put it in the drawers either. What the hell? Okay, I gotta find this stuff. I'll be right back. All right, well, apparently I didn't have any. I must have just used it all for something, but I just went and made some more, and that's all fine. So I should be able to just make 4 more transfer nodes, which is good. And I should have the GP to run these. I believe they take 1 each, which is not that bad at all. Speed, I don't foresee it being a problem. So I should just be able to stick these on here, and there, and not there. Come on. Come on now. So it has taken the 2, and it has, I guess, unless they're still in the pile. Oh, no, there they are. There's the seeds, and they're being squeezed. And there goes the plant oil. All right, well, that's it. That's it right there. I guess it's used that too, and it must have made some diesel, and I guess it must have used the diesel to make a little bit of power for us. So that's really, really, really cool. And once this farm really gets going, then that'll be cool too. I can't find the words. I'm just so excited for all that's happened here. I don't happen to have any bone meal on me now. Okay, well, just go grab some bone meal so I can set this up a little bit faster. I'm wondering, of course, the bone meal's in the damn drawers too. Okay, that's like priority number 1 is getting the drawers moved over. I am going to do it between episodes. Guaranteed I'm going to do that. Let's just stick everything in the drawers for now. That should have freed up a decent amount of inventory space. And, yeah, just finish up this diesel farm. If you can call it that. I imagine you could. So, right, so that should be in there because it doesn't know where to put it right now. So I want you to go there and then to come right back out so that I can get the seeds, and the seeds can go there and then come right back out so I can plant them. Right, so if I'm going to have some of this isn't going to be used, right? So I want to do it in such a way that it kind of splits the unusedness between them. Right? I'm sure that makes sense. Or at least I hope it makes sense. I just used all my canola, didn't I? Yeah, didn't even consider that that was going to happen. Okay, I'll go find some more. Well, I'll tell you, it's a good job the canola's bright yellow, or else that might have taken me a while to find. But I will just turn that all into seeds. And then how do I actually want to lay out this farm? So I know, well, I guess half the canola seeds, like this row can be canola, and then this can be aubergine. That works, right? But then how is it going to be laid out in the middle? I don't even know. What if they just were in blocks of 4 like that? Oh, I feel like it would be better if they were in lines. So if I just had lines of aubergine. And then maybe I'll just remove this line. No, but then it wouldn't be even. Okay, I'll do this for now and then I'll figure it out. How about that? But I guess technically that works, right? Because they're going to get pulled in there. They are going to get pulled into the drawer. Right? Right? Oh, there's dirt in the transfer node. Okay, that explains it. Well, there we go. Now this is working technically. And, all right, well, I think that is going to be a decent place to end. So yeah, so between episodes, I will expand this farm so that it actually works as much as it should be working. I will move my drawers so that I have full access to my storage stuff again, and then we can talk about next steps. I haven't even looked at the quest book this episode. I'm starting to lose sight of what we're really doing here, but it's not going to last long. We're going to use this new playground to the best of our ability here. And just as one final act of symbolism, let's go ahead and unclaim all of these chunks here, because they do not need to be chunk loaded or claimed anymore. And let's head down here and claim the new ones. You'll notice they're exactly on chunk borders, which was absolutely intentional. And for now, that's really all that needs to be chunk loaded. And just get the whole farm in there. Okay. Cool. Well, lots of cool stuff happened today. I don't know if you could really call it progress, but I'm excited. I'm very excited for the future. I hope you are too. And if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.